I'm so happy to have you with me in my studio this afternoon. It's Friday, and I needed my studio, and I needed my art, and I needed to talk to you today. So here I am. Before we get into that, let's have a look and see what I'm going to be working on. This beautiful digi is a freebie from Andrea, who is Artymaze, and I just thought that I would use these. They are just so lovely, and lovely of her to do these freebies for her members of her group. So I'm going to use these four as focals, and I've had this this paper up in the shelf up above here for a while. It's rather nice weight and quality magazine paper. So I thought that I would get going on making four of these, using one girl for each, and I'm going to keep one and put three in my my Happy Mail basket. So there they are, 4 pieces, and just a little left over for another project. I think I'll start by getting the girls separated. I have had one of those experiences with my health this week that one doesn't really hope that one doesn't hear, but I got a call back on my mammogram a week ago, and I thought, well, I guess I can deal with it, because 35 years ago I got a call back also, and a needle biopsy and a little surgery, and everything was fine then. So I went back yesterday and found out that things might be all right, but then again they might not be. And it's quite incredible the way the difference in hearing things like that when you're 35 as compared to when you're 75. Well, actually 76. So it's been a little digesting with dealing with the situation time, and my first thought was, oh, well, I can work around this. I'm going to, because this is my happy place, and it will be good for me, and I'm not wanting to miss any time with my friends, and so I'm going to try to get a little bit ahead on videos in case I'm off the boil a little bit over this next week or two. But one half of my brain is a warrior princess and a coper, and the other half, as I said, at 75, things kind of strike you a little harder than they might have. But I was a nurse in the 60s before I became a teacher. Never regretted that for 1 second, but I kind of kept abreast on things that are going on and what's happening in the medical world, and so I'm not finding it impossible to try to have a good outlook, because things have changed, care has changed, processes for helping the situation have changed, and oh, these are so pretty. And so I have that, and I have this arting, and I have you, and I have my husband, and I thought to myself, well, If Ruth Bader Ginsburg can survive 4 bouts of cancer, I guess if it happens to me, I can try to do as well. And I feel a little better having shared that with you. I'm not going to go on about it because all of you know that these things can happen and there's no rhyme or reason. And I have had mammograms every year for 35, and last year nothing, and this year something. And so part of my brain tells me, well, thank God you've been knowing, and maybe it isn't too long and it can be fixed, etc., etc. And the other part is telling me to get a hold of it. Now, I'm thinking I could make, since these are going to be for me but also for Happy Mails, I was thinking that I'm going to make a writing spot folder type situation. Let's see how the girls look in relationship. Oh, yes, but I think I'm going to come down here a little bit. If I put the girls here, I can do all sorts of pretties. Shall I take it in a little bit? Let me do folds first. So I just wanted to tell you that if you don't hear from me, on my usual schedule for the next couple of weeks, you'll know why. And I would appreciate for you keeping me in your thoughts, and also in your prayers if you do that. And I will. I was almost going to say, I'll keep you abreast. You can't be born and raised until through high school and through college in Brooklyn without making jokes. It's unbelievable. If you could hear some of the things that go through my mind. I guess it's my way of coping. Okay, now I'm going to take off just a smidge. Now, how much of a smidge? Half inch. Half inch. Half inch. Quarter inch. Half inch. Okay, half inch on each girl. And my natural inclination in situations like this is to hightail it to the library, because books and I, since the time I was able to read, when I just seemed to take reading out of the thin air when I was probably 4 or 5, and I have been an avid reader since. Although I must admit that due to junk journaling and so forth, I have a little bit less time to spend on reading. But boy, did this girl beeline to the library today. I have 4 delicious English mysteries and one American mystery. And since I was wee, I've loved reading mysteries. I think I got that from Nancy Drew and never stopped. But that's this, and talking to you, and having my videos to watch, and a loving and understanding husband to help me through this, And I cannot imagine what this would be like without, you know, without a shoulder to lean on. And I'm not a great leaner by nature, so I'm thanking God. But it would be the same situation without that, so as I said, art, videos, and my books will be a great help. Today I watched Tracy Fox, and in one of her last videos, I'm sure all of us have thought, I've done this, she had a plastic box full of spots with some grommets and all little bits and bobs for journals, and she picked it up and put it down, and you just heard the entire box hit the floor, and all those little pieces come out. And she said within seconds her cat was deciding that this was manna from heaven play toys. How many of us who do videos have thought, oh, suppose something like that happens, that's so stupid. No, it happens to the best of us, and certainly Tracy Fox is the best of us, so. Done. Now, I've taken out, let's see again. Oh, yes. I think so. Plenty of room for pretties. Okay, girls, over here. Now, let's do some planning. I went into my lighter weight background papers drawer. Ooh, there's 3 of those. Well, I'm not going to use all of those, but... Oh, and these are all in the same family of colors. Why not? Why not? Let's see what we have. Oh my, yes, that's so right for the girls. Okay. Definitely one. Oh, this is going to be just wonderful to do. Yes. All right. So that's one girl. Is that too large? Might be. Another girl. Another. And lo and behold, number 4. Okay. Right in there. Now, the outside. What about that the outside? Yes, I think so. Yes, I think so. Now, do these flowers have an up and down? No, they go every which way. Okay. And some waxed paper, of course. And Elmer's Extreme. I still have some of that Yoo-hoo that I purchased, quite a few of them from Amazon, and I'm finding that I think they were packaged for a while, maybe in stock, and I think it dried out. So I have one or two, and I'm going to give a try to those to see if I still think they are too dry, and then I'll have to just ditch them because. But I wouldn't want to take the chance of having a bad glued surface on these. So. Right, so thinking I'm going to do the other three, and I'll be back. Well, I think I have decided to keep the inside for journaling, with just a little bit of embellishments because it's fun for me. And okay, so we have that and that. Since it doesn't match, no it doesn't, and it's neutral enough that it would work beautifully for writing, and I could leave the, almost, yes, I think that would work. I think that would work. Now, let's everybody move out of the pool here. Now, where's the thingy I was going to use? Everybody move, please. There. There. Now I think I'm going to put the Elmers on here. And that next halfway at least. I've never appreciated this way of doing this, but it's certainly live and learn. Live and learn. Okay. Now here. Mission. Yes. Well, I'm going to finish the inside of the 4 of them. And I'm going to go make myself a cup of tea and start one of the books that I brought home. Oh, I did that the wrong way, Carol. Let's just think about it first. And okay. Okay, bottoms up. Remember, Carol, bottoms up, girl. A little trimming to do, and I'll be back when I have 4 to share. Good morning and welcome. Thank you for joining me this cool and sunny morning in Florida. I'm going to share what I've done thus far. I have collaged the inside of the cover, and this girl is the girl I picked for this one, and I put a backing paper on her, and I think possibly that this is going to be a tuck. So I thought I'd show you these, and I'm going to work on the one that I'm going to keep, and the others will be going to an Happy Mail. Similar inside. I did some experimenting with my new sewing machine, and this girl is going to go here. And this one here with this as the focal on the cover. And then this one is the one I'm going to be working on. And she will go right there. So I'm going to set these aside. I did use my walnut stain around a little bit around the edges because I knew that that's not something you needed to watch me do. So I'm going to set her aside over here. And now I went through my one of my baskets, and I culled out these pieces that I thought might be useful. Now I don't have very much. I only have these little two pieces of music paper. We'll have to see. So, first things first. I'm wondering. Now this tuck will have something in it, but still the back needs to be pretty. So let's see what happens. Let's think of it as I got out some more masking paper. I'll put these over here for the time being. There. That's got to go up a little bit. It's too in line with the top of the pocket. Okay, that's a possibility. Yes, it is. Now, what else do we have that might work? Let's see if I can take just the tiniest bit off up here. I love that coffee dyed stain very much. Now something that says green. Well, that certainly does. This is Medieval Mirage. Thank you, Jarf. Let's see. Oh, why don't we just work in a 45-degree angle, more or less, up here, because they're pleasing to the eye. And let's see, I know that we have something in here. I remember cutting it. Oh, there they go. All right, that's one possibility. Two. Let's try 1 and 2. Should go over on this side because that's the side that will be tacked down. Yes, I'm thinking it ought to go over here. Or should it be this one? Yes, more vivid. Yes, more vivid. Now, up a little more. Now, we need to here, and a little extra off there. You can go over here for the time being. Alrighty, so this has to be parallel to this leaf. One I used for, whoops, okay. Then we have the back to think about. glue parallel to this leaf. Ish. Always ish in the fine print. Good. That one up. That one up. There. That will help me see, since it's guaranteed not to move. I don't want it lined up with either one of these lines, so over there it goes. Yes. Then, oopsie daisy, let me get this out of the way. I'll pull that up, and since I used these on the corners of this background, I think I'll go again here. Another little piece. Good. A bit of the glue, but that will dry now. I think that there are more. Well, aren't there just more? We decided this one here and this, okay. I like that. That's happy making. That's definitely happy making. Put that on last. This definitely needs a little something something around the edges. Okay, so you are on that side, you are on that side, and needs to come up a little bit. Let's get that. I want that unruly outline of that paint paper to show. And now I'm going to put glue on this pocket. Of course, these are the beautiful free digitals from Andrea, who was Artymaze. Just beautiful. Put it on like that. Yes. Choices. Let's see what happens here. I'd like this to be over the edge. Put the stem down right there. Right there. And up here. Here, this is going to get tucked in right there. Inside out, when it's a jaggedy edge like that, I find that works for me, rather than going up and down. All right. There we go. Set this aside for a moment. It's getting a little gluish. So as you'll notice, I did not distress the back of the collage bits. I'm growing out of the need to collage everything. So we have this rose, that rose with a little bit, and some around the edge of this tuck. So, alrighty, now I really want to use one of I'm not sure whether this is Roxy's or Tracy Fox's. I think this might be Roxy, but I don't want to I don't want to say, give a definitive answer. Okay, I really don't want to, I wish I remembered, but then that would be a little right up there and impossible at this time. Now, I think so. Or, oh, is this greenish looking? Yes, that's greenish. Well, now, okay, there it goes. Some white on there I want to get rid of, and let's see what we have now. Do we want a little smidge more green? Let's see what we have. Let's just look. It's nice. Yes, it is. And maybe some of this under here. And here. I'm loving this green and the roses. So that's a definite go. I have to do something about this bottom edge. How about a little French script? How about a little French script up here? Do I have that I think I might absolutely have to use? This is a little leftover. And look at the color, it couldn't be better. Where, oh where? Down here. Down here. There. Oh my goodness, sometimes they just zig when you zag. I think so. Soft edge, soft edge, soft edge, straight edge. Not so bad. Let's see now what we're going to do about the bottom here. How high do we want this to be? Okay. Let's see what this says to us. All right, Carol, now be careful. Maybe what it needs is a bit of a clean out. That's not number one. Number one is this piece. Of, do I want them to be all the same on the bottom of this? I think so. Okay, now. Going to, oh yes, this one has to be softened. do hope that all of you are enjoying your weekend. I am spending Saturday and Sunday inside with a good mystery to read, and I'm decompressing and calming down and taking stock and doing all those things. Oh, let me see. I think on the back I'm going to adjust all of these. There we are. This absolutely has to be parallel to the edge of this paper. It's not going to be a treat at all. Up. Parallel. Yes, it is. There we go. I've been doing this lately. It's a good habit not to get into. Gracious. Not good. Well, I suppose I could have worse ones. I suppose all of us could have worse ones. I knew very well that this was supposed to be here. Let's make sure that your print is lined up properly. And some more right here. I'm just going to leave this section out when I glue. I'm going to just leave that alone. Where are you hiding? There you are. So long ago that I made this that I'm so tickled that I found it. Isn't it quite serendipity when you dig around in your bits boxes and okay, this has got to be moved over this way. I'm not happy with that now. No, this cannot happen. We will not let that happen. We will not let that happen. Well, that did not tickle me at all. Let's go again and maybe get this right. Yes. A little overreach there. Do we? Do we think we do? Do we think we do? Oh, yes. Oh, definitely, yes. Another piece of wax paper. Here I come. Cover up some of that white a little bit with a tiny bit of this. And here. Down right under there. I want those thorns to show through the lacy paper here. You have to see the thorns. And I'm thinking that just does the trick. Now I want to provide some lines for journaling, and I have to give that a think. I do hope that you have enjoyed spending this time with me. I managed to finish one folder. It could be the cover of a small journal. It could be so many things, and I do hope that you have enjoyed watching my process. I've done one that I'm going to keep for myself, and there are the others waiting to go. I would certainly appreciate your giving me a thumbs up, leaving a comment, and I would appreciate your subscribing to my channel. I used a piece of my test stamp, and I put a little bit of walnut stain around the outside and put a stamp on it. I thought that would be a nice writing that would be a nice writing spot for in here. And it would just show a little tiny bit, and there it would go. So, I will get back with you soonest. Bye now.